Welcome back, True Seeker. One of the top stories today is it's the Pope's funeral. And recall, the Pope died on April 21st, Rome's birthday, the 111th day of the year. He was the first Jesuit Pope, and now his funeral is Saturday, April 26th, which is Melania's birthday. But today is 111 days before August 15th, which is the day in history the Jesuit order was created in France, like Pope Francis, the first Jesuit Pope. So dead on the 111th day of the year, funeral 111 days before the Jesuit creation anniversary. Remember, the Pope's name in Gematria, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, equates to 111. That's when you take the alphabetic order with numerology applied. If you just take the alphabetic order without numerology, the Pope's name, Jorge Mario Bergoglio, equates to 201, like the Jesuit order, like Ignatius of Loyola, who was the founder and creator of the Jesuits. Notice, at the funeral, the top story, Trump and Zelensky meet to discuss ending the war a day after Trump says in his Time magazine interview that Crimea will go back to Russia. And now Putin says he's ready to end the war, with that being the outcome. This 201 was the number from the beginning of the war. Biden and Putin met 201 days after the first Jesuit Ignatian year began on Pearl Harbor Day. Again, it's a reminder that Putin represents Russia, where the Jesuits were preserved in the time of their suppression with 201 Jesuit priests, the same order that was created 201 months after Martin Luther penned the 95 Theses. And remember, when Putin met with Tucker Carlson, he explained how the entire war goes back to the history of the church. But yeah, the war began in a massive 201 ritual. Donbass region equals 201. There's been a gazillion 201s ever since. Today is 201 days after Putin's birthday. Remember, yesterday was the 201st day of Putin's age. Today's 201 days after. Yesterday was 201 days before the leader of the Jesuits' birthday. Today's a span of 201 days to his upcoming birthday. By the way, Trump talking to Time magazine yesterday. Time magazine equates to 201, saying that Crimea will be given to Russia. I've been saying the whole time, the Jesuit fingerprints all over it. Where do Zelensky and Trump meet today? Jesuit-educated Trump, they meet at the Vatican at St. Basilica's Cathedral. Or what am I saying here? St. Peter's Basilica, geez. Yeah, St. Basilica. I'm tired over here. Anyway, it's just I don't know what more it's going to take for people to get it. Again, this perfect code that's implemented by the Jesuits. Again, they gave us the language and the calendar at the same time. They literally started the war officially between Russia and Ukraine on February 24th, the anniversary of the Jesuits implementing the Gregorian calendar. All of this ritualism is just so perfect. It's so redundant. It's so repetitive. And this is the ultimate 201 right here. 201 days after Putin's birthday. Don't forget when the Pope pleaded with Putin on February 25th, 2022 to stop the war. That was the 56th day of the year. Of course, Pope equals 56, like Society of Jesus. It's like the Event 201 simulation, and 56 days later, the first case of cooties. Trump doing all his 56 rituals at the beginning of the scandemic, 56 years after his Jesuit education began. And let's not forget how the scandemic was perfectly synced with this war. Getting all connected from the scandemic being declared to this war beginning 102 weeks, like Art of War equals 102, the Jesuit text, the reflection of 201. But yeah, meeting at the Vatican in a 201 ritual. Who would have thunk it? Until next time, True Seeker.